In this video, I'm going to share my experience traveling as a deaf passenger. I will also share helpful tips as we navigate through security and communicating with the airlines. So come along with me as we fly the skies together. Good morning. Today we're traveling, and I want to show you what it's like to travel as a deaf person. Let's go. So people may wonder if it's hard to travel as a deaf person, and actually really it's not that bad. As long as people are aware of communication styles that I need, it's really easy. And in every airport after you check in, the first stop is security. So with traveling with Cochlear implants, do you need to take them off while it's security? No, not really. So what I usually do is I walk through the machines myself. You don't need to take them off. You don't need to put them in the X-ray machine. You can just walk them with them on. It used to be where people weren't sure how to do it, but since technology has changed so much, it's actually much more easier now. And I'll just indicate to the security officer that I'm deaf, and then they know exactly what to do. To take any accessories out of your bag or whatever, you can keep them in the bag. And it's even better if you have pre-check or clear like I do, then you don't have to worry about taking anything out. So that's the way to go. Now there's always something about airports that make me hungry, so I have to get food. And typically I'm in a lounge, but in this case there wasn't one available, so I had to settle for Starbucks. So the one thing that really irks me is about airports is gate announcements. They're never accessible to anybody really, but for a person like me, I can't hardly hear anything. So I have to use apps like the Flighty app or my airline app just to keep in touch with everything that's going on, just to make sure that I'm in the right gate. There have been times where I've been in a situation where I didn't realize the gate had changed until somebody had actually pointed that out. Actually, I've been in situations where a flight had changed and I would get a notification via email or an app before any sort of announcement made, so I would be able to act when I needed to. In the past, it would be always like the last minute, so apps are your friend for sure. So now I've been traveling for quite a bit, but I didn't realize for many years that as a deaf person I can pre-board. So it's a nice benefit to just getting on the plane early. Some airlines do it, some don't, but I take advantage of it now when I can. In addition to apps, I always rely on visual cues. Now, normally I'm near the gate. However, because the flu has been so rampant at this time, I wanted to give myself plenty of space between people. And speaking of the flu, I'm always wiping down everywhere, and I do this for a good reason too. Okay, serious question. Can anyone understand in-flight announcements? Because I can never understand what's being said. It's just so muffled for me. So earlier I talked about pre-boarding. It's actually really easy to request that service. So in every reservation on your airline, you can always click special assistance. And for me, I always select deaf and hard of hearing. And I do this not just for I can just pre-board, but it's also to let the flight attendants know that I am deaf in the case of an emergency. And truthfully, in my experience, every flight attendant that I've interacted with has always been positive. I even had one come up to me and told me that she was learning signs, and she really wanted to do this because she wanted to be able to communicate with her deaf passengers, and I thought that was amazing. Okay, this is my favorite part of flying, and it's the ability to have my ears off whenever I want to. So that means at every single flight that I take, it's always going to be quiet. It doesn't matter if people are loud or if there's a kid crying or there's just too much noise, I'll have perfect quiet every time. And this is really cool, especially while we're taking off, because I'm not hearing anything, but I can absolutely feel the power of the plane underneath me, and it's just so soothing. I don't know how to describe that, but it's just my favorite, especially when we're lifting off in the air, knowing that the world is getting smaller and smaller as we climb. Okay, in my favorite seat on the airplane, it's always the window seat. And I just love the ability just to look down and watching the world go by. Doesn't matter where I'm at, from the Colorado mountains to the iconic sights of London, to the vast emptiness of Greenland, and the sights of the Hawaiian island as you land. And while in the air, I can't help but wonder how fortunate we are to be living at this day and age, just to have the ability to travel all over the world because we have the machine to do that. It used to take forever to go around, and now we're able to go see the world whenever we want to. And it's my mission in my life to go see as much as I can. And I want to bring you along my journey. So please consider subscribing to my channel. Your support will go a long way. And when I'm not busy daydreaming on a plane, I'm just like every other passenger. I eat, I watch movies, and speaking of movies, I'm always checking the airline's IFE system, which is also known as in-flight entertainment system. And I gotta tell you, some of them, actually most of them, are not always accessible, meaning they don't always have every content captioned, and I really like to see that change one day. I even review airlines' IFE systems whenever I fly, to see who is the winner and who is an absolute dud. You can find those reviews by clicking on the link above. When it comes to landing, I know for some people this is a horrible experience for them as the air pressure changes, causing intense ear pain. Now, for someone with a cochlear implant, I typically do not experience this, but I also think it's just because it's just me. But I can't speak for everyone else who has a cochlear implant, whether their ears hurts while landing. Now, for anyone with a cochlear implant or hearing aids, does your ears hurt while you're landing? Please let me know in the comments below. Just like takeoff, I also love the landing because it's really cool seeing everything get bigger and bigger as you get closer to the ground. And hey, we're starting over in a brand new city with a wonderful airport bathroom waiting for me. So let's go ahead and land now. But before I forget, I have to give absolute kudos to those who work in the aviation industry, especially the pilots, air traffic control, and flight attendants. I can only imagine it's a difficult job, and I just wanted to say that I really respect you a lot for what you do. So thank you. Just like that, we're here. Like I said, easy peasy. I'll catch you on the next time.